What's going on, guys? This is Zach, and today we have the performance review on the Nike Hyperdunk 2015. Before we get into the review, I would just like to remind you guys that I still have my fundraiser that is ongoing. We're raising money to give some shoes to kids in need located in Manchester, New Hampshire, and we need your guys' help. You can donate, and I will leave a link in the description below, and I will also leave a link to where you can find the full video with more information about the whole fundraiser. Now let's get into the review. Alright guys, so first things first with the shoe, let's start off with the traction. As you guys can see, we have a multi-directional herringbone pattern with the use of the pivot point in the forefoot, and overall this was definitely the best part of the shoe, and that goes on both indoor and outdoor courts. As far as cushioning is concerned, we have both heel and forefoot zoom, as you guys can see here peeking through the windows. Overall, I was very disappointed in the cushion, mainly because I usually like Nike zoom technology. But in this model, the foam carrier was very stiff, and I couldn't feel the zoom in the heel area. I could slightly feel it in the forefoot area, but the foam carrier was just too stiff to where it wasn't utilized properly, and that was a very big disappointment for me. As far as materials are concerned, we have a lot of fuse over the shoe, and this really was another problem for me. I'm not a huge fan of fuse because it starts off so stiff, and even though it did break in, it was still stiff, and it compares nothing to a weave technology such as what is on the KD8 or the Air Jordan 29. A question a lot of people are going to ask because of the high collar is that, are these a cheaper version of the Kobe 10 high or Kobe 9 high? And the answer is no. This upper collar area is very stiff compared to the Kobe 9 and Kobe 10, which have Flyknit. This is still fused and it is very stiff. Although it does break in over time, it is still very uncomfortable after the break-in time, and this was a huge drawback for me. As far as fit is concerned, I was generally pretty happy with them. They do fit true to size, and in the forefoot, the Flywire does a great job of containing your foot, and I have no complaints there. But the complaint I have is in the heel area. As you guys can see on your screen, there was dead space between the back of the shoe and where my heel was when I would flex forward and start running in a forward motion. This didn't cause any heel slippage whatsoever, but it did make it feel like my foot was going to slip at any time. Although I didn't slip, I still felt the potential. One other thing to note is that this part in the heel area would pinch in when I first started wearing these. That did go away after some break-in time, but let me know if you guys had that problem as well. As far as support is concerned, I mean, these are really supportive. You can't get much more supportive than this. The materials are super stiff, so there's not much flexibility. So if you're one of those guys that's going to roll your ankles, then this might be a good option for you. The only real ventilation is coming from the tongue, and even though it is mesh, it's not really coming through too much, so that's really the only source of ventilation. Almost every year the Nike Hyperdunk is a solid performer in almost every category, but this year's model was something different. I'm not sure exactly why Nike decided to change everything up, going from lunar lawn to zoom, and going from the normal mid-cut collar to this weird looking high top, but all the changes really just didn't work for me. Personally, I wouldn't recommend this shoe for anybody. The only use this shoe has to me is for an outdoor shoe because it is so stiff, and once again the traction does work well in outdoor courts. So if you're looking for a shoe that you're not trying to bang up too much, then this might be a good option. Alright guys, that's just going to about wrap things up for the Nike Hyperdunk 2015. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up, and if you aren't already, please subscribe to my channel. It really goes a long way and I would appreciate it greatly. Other than that, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snups at ZKAllDay1. I will have the links down in the description below. Not too much else to talk about, guys. Hope you have a good one, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.